Hello and welcome to Birds of Play, episode 58. Today we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Direct, the little Twitch stream that got, 630,000 viewers, and some Sea of Thieves controversy. This is Birds of Play.
Oh, it's called Sea That's what I thought it was called.
You said Syracuse. Anyway, hello and welcome to Birds of Play, episode 58. My name is Logan Anson. Today I'm joined by three lovely ladies, Smash Brothers characters.
You're right. I honestly did the joke went over my head. You said that and I was like, hi.
All right.
I'm Ryan Toronis.
On my right.
Oh, Jack Bluff.
And on my deeper right.
Nathan Dean.
All right. So
right.
let's get into the good stuff first.
The juice.
WarioWare is here. It's coming back. It's on the 3. Anyway, Nintendo Direct. We had one the past week. Let's hit some of the highlights. Let's actually start with 3DS stuff as much as I'm memeing about it.
Yeah.
Let's start with some 3DS stuff. So what are some of the highlights, Brian?
Luigi's Mansion.
Very true. The original
You've played it.
Luigi's
We've played
Mansion.
it. It's spooky.
It's one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
I've beaten it 4 times.
Oh.
In a year. I don't know, I played it a lot.
I
love
like
that.
you're gonna cry about it.
I love it. It's like, and
It's really emotional.
With the 3DS one that came out, the sequel or whatever, I enjoyed it, but I didn't really like the mission-based kind of, because I wanted, I would prefer it to go back to its roots of just a big mansion, puzzles, unlocking the room.
It's 2001. George Bush is president. It's crazy.
Right, but honestly, it looks really good too. Like you saw the little screen, it looks.
It does, yeah.
Super solid, and it's not the weird ghost designs from the other ones, like the original.
Yeah.
So
I think they should do a deep dive. It needs to become the next Dead Space type of game.
Oh,
and
God.
Just scare the
Microtransactions everywhere.
Microtransactions, Dead Space. Let's go.
So yeah, I don't think there's much else to say about Luigi's Mansion other than it's a port to the 3DS, which the 3DS has a lot of really strong ports.
Next up, I want to talk about Wario.
Yeah, I know.
Because I was really excited about
I
WarioWare.
didn't realize.
Yeah,
that.
no, I don't know.
Surprise.
He's this cool little yellow dude. No, he's not cool. He's weird. But WarioWare, it's a series of mini games. There's going to be what they said 300 on the 3DS version, which is great and awesome. And it's also going to force me to buy a 3DS for the 3rd time after I've sold it again. And I'm an idiot. I'm sorry.
So I have some thoughts on the new WarioWare. I'm excited about it because it's a new WarioWare game, and it has it's taking all the old little mini games from the other ones, putting this in a whole new set of new ones. I think the thing that I thought was weird about the advertising with it though is it made it seem like it was a Mario, the Mario Party collection. Yeah. And it's well, no, it's a new game. I can tell because there's new art and it's a new title, and it's so don't advertise it look, it's a whole collection of all your favorites. It's people want to buy WarioWare. Just with the last WarioWare 2 was a little bit of a disappointment.
I feel like it was kind of just swept under there a little bit. They're here's 30 seconds. Because I know people who were really excited about it that didn't even notice it during the Direct.
Yeah,
so it is
really
what it
cool.
is. But we also had announced Bowser's Inside Story. Plus,
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
The other stuff.
That's my favorite Mario and Luigi game next to the original. And they keep doing this. They keep remaking with the new graphics engine or whatever for those games. I actually haven't played the new ones on the 3DS with the new weird, cool art style. Yeah. But those old games are my favorite RPG Mario games. They're so awesome. And I don't think I'm going to get this one because I've just already beaten it. And I don't know if I have too much of an interest to play the
And it's going to be 2019 and other stuff is going to be out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I have other stuff that I'm thinking about. I got to get ready for. Well, Smash comes out this year.
There's a new Smash game coming out?
What are you talking about?
I know. Okay.
Segue.
Yeah, we'll hold that off. I'm sorry. That was totally not meant to brought up, but I'm just saying my mind is there.
It's a rumor.
Honestly, let's just cut to the chase, though. Switch games, the biggest of which being that, and one more thing announcement. Super Smash Brothers for Switch is announced.
Yeah.
First question I want to ask. Yeah. Besides all the hype, besides all the trailers, is it Smash 4 Deluxe or is it Smash 5?
Oh, I already know. It's not. It's a new Smash.
Okay.
Well, the reason I know is because Sakurai said that he was coming on for the new Smash Brothers game. There's it's not just also me being look, the title's different. It's and he's also been I've been working on this game silently for the past few years. So it's the same where it's definitely a new game. If they're doing a port, I think they would have been very upfront about that.
Yeah. And I suspected that too when I saw the original thing because I was this isn't just a character edition. This is, oh my God, John, why? No, but I don't think it's just a character edition. I think it's This is new.
Like they're adding in the new Link, they're adding in new characters. The tone.
It's very dark.
Yeah.
I mean,
literally.
there's like this burning flame in the background, like, oh, where are you going? Like,
we talked about it. It
the
seemed
new
like it was a
Smash.
dark anime trailer. Like it was just intense.
Look at that Mario show.
There was this happy Splatoon thing going on, and she's just like, my world has changed. I see Mario in the darkness.
She's just shooting some ink, and then she's just like, what the hell is going on?
It's like the Smash Brothers are kind of laughing at what Splatoon is, and they're like,
that's funny.
They're like,
This
they're
is
like,
10 plus.
but I think you can come in. One of my favorite memes is like it shows like a little plushie of like the Ink Boy or like the Squid Boy, and he shows him buckled up, and he's like taking my son out for ice cream for his acceptance into Smash Brothers. So yeah, I think it's. I don't know why it was such a dark tone, especially because everything this year, like past year with Nintendo, has been so light and happy and just like.
Kirby Star Allies. Look how happy they all look.
Yeah.
Coming out.
Oh, they think they're so sly too. Whenever they end Nintendo Direct, like oh, what's that? We have one more thing.
Yeah, it's just a Metroid Prime 4 logo, and
Yeah.
everyone's just like, oh.
Yeah, they're like, oh, there's one more little thing, and they're like, and then meanwhile you have Nintendo of like the New York City Nintendo store, and everyone's like, oh! The camera's shaking. You're like, whoa.
So another thing I want to ask is guest characters. Everybody, one guest character that you know will be in there, or that you think will be in there, and one that is a long shot that you hope.
Okay, so two characters.
Oh, man.
One and for sure.
Yeah. All right. So here's what I have.
Okay.
For sure, I think they're gonna add him back. Ice climbers. I would
That'd
pray
be
to
nice.
God that they do that. I think it'd be really
love
stupid if they
Ice
didn't. Love them in Smash Brawl. One that I hope they have, but I doubt is going to be in there, but would be the funniest thing on planet Earth, is if they somehow get Crash Bandicoot in there when
be awesome.
Sony
That was
couldn't even
rumored
get it
before.
for all.
That'd be awesome.
Well, with the
Because the
trilogy.
Crash and Insane
Yeah.
trilogy is
Yeah.
coming out.
But that's the thing, like, there's that
think-
chance.
That'd be great.
I think it could happen.
But I think it would be such a spit in Sony's face that they couldn't get him for All Stars, but Nintendo gets him. So it is like that. All right.
Well, Nintendo happens to do that. I'm next. So I think they're definitely going to add an ARMS character.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, I think it's going to happen. I'm
Master
excited.
Mummy, please.
That'd
That
be
makes
cool.
sense,
Yeah, I
actually,
think it'd be
yeah.
really cool. They might add in one or two of those. I'm hoping that since they added in Cloud with the last one, that they'll add in like another Square Enix character. Maybe Final or Fantasy, maybe Kingdom Hearts. Those are like the long shots. I think Noctis would be cool because he's been making appearances in fighting games, and I think it'd be really interesting to see him in there. I still don't know what characters I'd want because I think with the last game they really just added in almost everyone. I think it'd be cool to see King K. Rool.
Oh, yeah.
To have Donkey Kong's villain in there would be really nice, just to complete the circle.
Yeah.
Or Ridley. Anyway, yeah.
All right.
I want.
I give it 8.
I think the obvious one, obviously, is the Wii Fit lady. You know,
Yeah.
she's the most overpowered character, so we need her back in it. And you know, would be cool.
Overpowered by the way. It's not the fact that you like
it's not even
looking
close.
at the
No, we're gonna get my specific me from Wii Sports, the golf one.
And then 2006.
So what you're
Little
saying is
booty
you're
shorts.
predicting, or what you want is
tennis
that your me character.
Yes, not
Ryan
like
Toronis
everybody.
Circa
Not,
2006.
not everybody's
Right in
me,
there.
but my me from Wii Sports Tennis.
Everyone
is gonna
gets
be in
your
there.
exact me in
Exactly.
that
It's
game.
gonna look like me, and that's it. That's all I want. Because he's got the tennis racket. I can hit those, where there's a little smoke behind it.
All right, check out the petition soon online. We'll have it up. Ryan
Reggie, I'm coming
Toronis,
for you.
the golf shorts, the 2006 Wii graphics, it will all be there.
All right, that's all we need.
No, you got at least 2, because I'm going to sign it and forge it at least one more time. All right, Nathan, what do
I'm
you
a
think?
huge fan of
No way.
Jigglypuff main and Smash.
I couldn't tell.
But
John, do you want to get a zoom out on that shirt? I couldn't tell that he was a Jigglypuff fan. Oh, I'm Jigglypuff. Ooh. Anyway.
But what I think would be a plot twist is either Jigglypuff, like obviously if she's in the game, but if they add Wigglytuff
Oh.
as a
Spiced up a little
if they
bit.
bring
Watch out here.
Wigglytuff in there,
There's
like-
some hot takes.
Like
I think Wigglytuff would be a fantastic addition. I mean, you add more Pokemon. That's not. I mean, I don't see the issue with that.
I have a problem with that.
Yo, they need to add Rock Dude.
I just
Geodude?
Geodude.
What about Water
Rock Dude.
Or they can add like just any Pokemon. Add more Pokemon to the game.
Get Spinny Turtle.
Hitmonlee,
Spinny
Hitmonchan.
Turtle,
You know, there's a lot of Pokemon you can add. I just want more
Oh,
Pokemon in the game.
You want Pokken.
Listen,
Nintendo Go
for
Smash.
$60, you get 2 games.
I just got Pokken. So that's for the Switch. So I'm excited to play as.
That game makes me upset, though.
Why?
Talk about
There's not
overpowered
enough
characters.
There's just not enough Pokemon.
Well, they just added
There's
in
never
and then
enough.
there's more DLC characters. So
I just
you
I
just
don't
want the
think
whole
I just-
roster.
Why not?
700 characters. 550 of them with the exact same moveset.
I love
Nintendo, they've made huge games.
They
Come
got
on, they
it.
can do
I love
that.
Pokken. I don't know. Anyway, I hope Smash is. I hope this is a little more refined roster.
Last
Anyway.
question I want to ask.
Bring back Pac-Man.
When do we think the release date is? Because we've seen Call of Duty Black Ops 4 got announced a couple weeks ago. Completely out of the blue, October 12th. I think the reason why is Red Dead Redemption 2.
It's gonna be around the
Do we
holiday.
think that games are going to have to move for whatever the Smash release date is? Or do you think this is like solid middle of November, right before Black Friday type of thing? What do we think?
November 17th, day before my birthday.
Is
That's
that
confirmed by Ryan.
So you heard it here first? Is that what we're? November 17th. You heard it here first.
You heard it here
Yeah.
first.
Okay.
I think
Featuring
Wait till you
Ryan
hear it.
Turonis on
think-
Wii Sports Golf.
Nintendo's
your
gonna
pre-order
respond to you and give-
GameStop.
Nintendo's gonna give you your character.
I think
'cause
what
you
they
called
could
it.
do is there's only two slots that they're gonna put it in. It's the holiday season, Thanksgiving, December, or like
December 1st.
midsummer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Midsummer.
Oh wow.
Bro, if this comes out midsummer, people
Right.
aren't gonna.
I got classes.
Okay, but I mean, he has a point because Kirby Star Allies, I'm super excited for that. I was like, wow, this game is going to be really cool. I wonder when it's coming out. They're like, oh, today.
Do you just like
Like
really
March
paintball
16th.
characters?
Dude, what's the problem? Like, they're
I'm
just
they're
saying,
all
we're
powerful. Okay,
We're all
Jigglypuff-
down for Kirby. Who's
Jigglypuff
not,
and Kirby are both powerful. Maybe
Okay,
do they
can I
look
actually-
alike? Maybe.
Can we, for your own respect and purposes, I'm like scatting over here. So no, can we talk about Kirby Star Allies?
Please.
I want to make a comment on it, and then I'll let you go on a rant because I know that you like it.
So good.
So I really like Kirby. I think we've all been playing it for a long time, and it's been around. It's really great. You know, after a while, I kind of got bored of it just because I felt like a lot of the games kept doing the same things, and I really enjoyed the Wii one because that was the 4-player multiplayer. It looked really pretty, and then this one I was like, oh, it just looks like the Wii one again. But then they were like, no, you get to play as every single character in the past games. You get to play as the hamster boy. You get to play as the little ball. You get to play. You know what I mean? Like it was such a
dude?
yeah, like Geodude. You can play as Geodude. It was such a cool
Electric mouse.
Like immediately I was like, oh, I actually might get this, and I actually might get the DLC so I can play as all these characters because. You know, and I don't know. It always feels like with Kirby, there's never enough powers, but they're kind of bringing that thing in from the N64 one where you kind of mix powers. And stuff. So it seems like they're doing the right things. It's just sad that Sakurai is not the one working on it because I feel like he could really. Because it feels like originally each Kirby game, really like the style was so different while keeping it the same. But now I'm afraid it might fall into that 2D Mario trap of just like pop. You know what I mean? And
I
just kind of
have a problem with just the difficulty. Like I get that it's Kirby and everything.
difficult. Oh, you think it's
But
too
yeah,
easy?
but I would love to have like a harder. I would love the Dark Souls. Of
I mean,
Kirby. I would like a harder difficulty.
But let's hear what you got to say on.
I mean, I understand
yeah.
what you're saying about difficulty because I downloaded the demo immediately when I found out there was a demo, and it was extremely easy. Like there was no difficulty whatsoever. But it was an easy game to pick up. Like my girlfriend just picked it up and beat it like nothing. But I was excited
brag
for
about
it
it.
because
She beat it like it was nothing. Just throws the switch on the ground.
I'm excited for it. I like the concept that you use allies you find along the allies, like the game says, it's in the title.
Wow, what a
You
plug.
find allies, and the stronger, like the more abilities they have, you can use those abilities to your advantage to continue through this extremely challenging game. And my girlfriend actually made a good point. This game is not teaching people good life lessons because every time you find someone you think it's a cool ally to have, and then you find someone that's better. So you just eat that one, and then you just add another ally.
You're out.
Watch America.
If you learn anything today, it's eat the people you love.
Exactly.
It's not like
Hannibal Lecter, season 3. No.
I wish. Anyway, no, it's
Hannibal was a great NBC show. If you haven't
Incredible.
seen it. They
We're gonna do
canceled
it.
it too
20
soon.
minutes talk on this
It was
now.
too graphic.
But it's like you have a normal like knight type ally, and then if you see someone that has fire, you're like, oh, this guy's cooler. I'll eat you, and I'll bring the fire guy along with me.
It's
fire guy.
It's not like Mario Odyssey where you learn like how that every creature has a use. Like every person has a purpose.
Right.
You know what I mean?
a good
It's
life
in
lesson.
Kirby, it's like I'm gonna take what I want from you and put you in a void. You know what I mean?
Okay, we were getting way too introspective. Anyway, I think there were some other Switch games that we had in the direct.
Yeah.
We saw some Mario Tennis.
Of course.
We saw
Yeah.
some updates
Dark
from
Souls.
Dark Souls. We have that amiibo, which somehow, congratulations, John C. Tyler McCrone, the meme that we made about there being a Praise the Sun amiibo. It's here, but we're running a little bit short on time for this segment. So before we go, best part of the Nintendo Direct, Nathan.
Aside from Smash.
Good point.
Yeah, because it's not fair.
I mean, Kirby Star Allies. I mean, what's
We just went over
I
this.
just went over it, but I mean, when I was playing the demo, I felt $60 already leaving my wallet. Like I just felt it.
Mario Tennis.
Mario Tennis.
Yeah, I don't even need it.
Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion.
I know what you're gonna say.
Oh, what am I going to say?
WarioWare.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back to talk about that Twitchy poo.
Oh yeah.
This is Birds of Play.
What's Twitch?
Welcome back to Birds of Play. Today, we're talking about Twitch, the streaming service that currently had a 630,000 concurrent viewer stream go on with a little streamer known as Ninja, and just 2 or 3, celebrities, Drake, Travis Scott, and Juju
Smith-Schuster from the Pittsburgh Steelers.
From the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The thing about like Twitch, by the way, before we go into this topic, is that unlike YouTube, where like you have to get millions of views to make money, Switch, like if you just have a few thousand, you're making a good revenue. So 630,000, like I can only imagine how much
Rookie
money
numbers.
Ninja made.
So let's break it down actually, because we do know some numbers on the financials. So Ninja is a popular streamer. He's been growing,
Recently popular.
He's been growing into prominence over the past few months, but he was streaming Fortnite the other night, and he happened to just get into his normal routine, and Drake wanted to play. The rapper Drake, Canadian.
Was he like watching? And
God's plan.
You mean the guy from Degrassi?
He literally gave him a call.
He had a wheelchair.
He had a wheelchair. He was shot.
But now in Fortnite, he can just build things.
He's come a long way.
He's got a ramp.
But no, like it was so funny because
for him.
Drake got on there, Travis Scott, who's also a rapper, and Juju Smith-Schuster, who plays for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wow.
They all ended up, because it started out with just Ninja and Drake together in a duo, and then they got to 4. And like, I'm not a Fortnite person. Like, I played PUBG a little bit, but I'm not huge into Fortnite. But the significance of this event is how big it got. It broke Twitch's concurrent viewer count, which is
ridiculous. Yeah.
insane. 630,000 views. Ninja got in one single night 90,000 new subscribers. Wow. Subscribers are different on Twitch via YouTube, as Jack was saying.
Right.
On Twitch, each one of those is $5.
Right.
The man made $450,000 in 4 hours simply off of subscribers. That's not including donations that you can also give on Twitch and just random bits you can do.
Why aren't we switching all the time?
Yeah. Well, another thing too.
Everyone's twitching.
Another thing too is that like I was thinking about this the other night and like about what like the future of like because like audiences showing up to like shows and other things and stuff like that, or like concerts and stuff like that. It's different because like a theater can fill a few thousand people, or depending on it. And even the biggest ones can only fill
80 to 100,000.
Yeah, and so with YouTube, millions of views is impressive, but it's becoming less impressive because it's like, oh, people can just watch it leisurely. Right. It's not all at the same time. Twitch, 630,000 people at the same time.
Just logins, not even people. There could have been multiple people around the same thing.
Just showed up to watch this one thing, which like it's cool. Like Drake and this guy playing, Fortnite. It's not like the most incredible thing to ever happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But it is really cool. But what is incredible is that 630,000 plus showed up to watch this. Like that is probably the largest audience, one of the largest audiences of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there's other things out there.
Concurrently online.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're talking about Twitch, like the money thing, that's what everybody's gonna bring. Everybody brings that up with YouTube and Twitch, like content creators, but that's not the big thing. This transcended pop culture. Yeah. Like this isn't just a gaming thing anymore. This was Drake and Travis Scott and Juju Schuster like going on with the Twitch streamer, not because like it was a paid promotion thing for Fortnite, but because they were like, we like this game and we want to play this game with this dude, and they did it, and people were like, oh crap, these people are on. I want to watch this. Like it's a good time. Like this was an event. This was a phenomenon. we're still talking about this. It was days ago. Like, yeah, there's Twitch streams or whatever where we'll see Twitch streamers because we're, ingrained in the community a little more than the average everyday person. They were like, just the frat bros down at, the Cove or whatever here at UNF or whatever. They were like, yo, Drake just got on Fortnite on Twitch and all this other stuff. Like,
That's
I mean,
cool
it was
accent.
just, it was, yeah, whatever. But no, but like, it's transcending the normal gaming space. It's transcending pop culture. People who did, my dad texted me about this. My dad's like, what the hell is Fortnite? Because all of my dad coaches rugby, and he's like, all of my young guys they didn't get any sleep last night because they were watching some Fortnite thing. What is Fortnite? And I had to explain the whole thing to him. Like, it transcended everything.
They didn't win at Fortnite, did they?
I thought they won.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Drake is actually good. He got kills and everything. Like,
Okay, because I was gonna say it would be really great if like some dude's like, yeah, I killed Drake in Fortnite. But also the thing about Fortnite is like there's this like big thing too of like you're talking about culture, you're talking about breaking records, but then you're also talking about like the competitive side of PUBG and Fortnite. Fortnite's free, so I think that's also part of the reason its appeal.
Yeah.
But also, like the fact that Drake and like Travis Scott and someone from the Steelers, you said, like getting on and just playing Fortnite instead of PUBG. Like the competition has switched. It's different now.
Do you think this will hurt PUBG in the long run? Because we saw this happen to H1Z1 when PUBG came out, and it was just this big game, but it's also had its issues. But Fortnite was like, okay, we're gonna change how we announced our game, because when we announced it was this big like survival game against zombies, and they made a battle royale game. They made it free, and now that we have people like Drake, Travis Scott, Juju Smith-Schuster,
I mean, Logic
like they're
and
bringing
other
this
people
in,
watching
yeah. And I've seen
Logic.
way more. I mean, I'm a PUBG fan as well, but I've seen way more on Fortnite on all social media platforms than I ever saw for PUBG.
It's been doubling PUBG's numbers. on
Right,
PUBG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's been some issues with PUBG, and I've been keeping up with it. And actually, I like the creator of PUBG. We'll listen to a podcast with him, and he's like a really interesting guy.
He was on
Right.
the H3 podcast.
Yeah, he was. That's the one I watched it on, and really interesting guy. But I think I don't. And there's a big controversy of like Fortnite taking from PUBG and stuff as well. It's a really interesting situation because if that were the case, then it would just be like, Sonic took from Mario, and like sure it's the same format, but they're doing their own thing. I think PUBG is going to be hurt in the long run. It's already being hurt for other reasons.
Yeah.
I think its failure to evolve is what's hurting it the most. Like you're talking about Fortnite, like they're having these different seasons of this content that they're releasing. They're adding in, they're proposing adding in stuff that like I don't really care about, like jetpacks and stuff. Like I don't really get the Fortnite thing for me. That's not really mine.
My little brother plays and wins all the time.
Yeah, like it's
He's 10.
It's a great game. There's like millions of people playing it and stuff. Like the building thing really isn't my thing.
No.
I like PUBG and the tactical skill of it and everything like that. But like I'm not discrediting Fortnite at all. I'm just saying like it is overtaking the whole PUBG had left by being able to constantly evolve and then being able to because it's a free to play thing. There's so little barrier to entry.
Well, there's two comments I want to make, and then I want to hear from you guys and your thoughts on this because I'm curious. Like the first is that I think the reason it's so successful is the evolution part because it saw the trend of Minecraft, it saw the trend of these building crafting games, it saw the trend of shooters, which have never gone down in popularity, they've only gone up. And then it mixed it, because my little brother who likes shooting games but can't really stay too interested in them, and then who loves Minecraft and plays constantly, like this is something that meshed into a way that he's been playing for months.
Right.
And then the second comment that I want to make is that it's interesting because it's the opposite situation of what Overwatch and Paladins was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Overwatch came out and then Paladins came like, here's a free-to-play version of it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's
but for
true,
some reason, Fortnite was able to like establish that better, which I didn't think was possible to work, because you'd think that a paid version. But then again, Overwatch is also a bigger, more polished company. PUBG, the director even said he went in the company, he'd never directed a game before.
Just a mod, right?
Yeah, it was just a mod that ended up getting picked up by a South Korean company, and they did a really great job with it. But also, Fortnite just has more experience.
Yeah, it's got, was it Epic that makes
Epic,
that? So I mean,
Epic,
they're obviously, they know what they've made games before. They know how to make them that run stable and stuff. I too can't get into Fortnite. It's just, for me, all it is you land, you get a shotgun, you can win the game. And building, it takes a little more after that, but at least the beginning. If I don't get a shotgun, it's over. But yeah, I think just the free to play aspect is just, definitely going to drive people towards it because it's free. It's
And it's
simple.
not
It's easy to get into.
intrusive
Yeah. It's really-
And Drake says it's good, so it's
Exactly,
not
that's all it
crappy
takes.
free to play. And
Yeah.
it's not hey, pay to play either. It's
Right.
like, hey, you can pay money to get skins, kind of like Overwatch,
Yeah.
but
if you want.
Is that the only way you pay is like skins? Because
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
into
sure.
Fortnite either, so I'm just.
yeah.
But I just know that my roommates were playing it all the time, for playing Fortnite, and I just judged it so quickly because I was such a avid PUBG player. But once I started learning about what they were doing, instead they weren't exactly copying it.
Yeah.
They just knew what the popular trend in video games was right now, which is battle royale. They thought, okay, how can we make this better? And like you said, they added some kind of Minecraft ability in a shooting game.
Somehow.
And as ridiculous as it looks when they build these things, people love the idea and just how creative you can get with it. And I just think that this is, I'm super impressed that they were able to do this with a free-to-play game, and that so much that now it's the biggest Twitch stream. Just like Drake, Fortnite has come a long way.
I definitely feel that PUBG they had a misstep because that new map is just not that.
Really?
It's
Is
just,
there only one map in Fortnite?
yeah,
But
but
just one? Are they trying to?
Well,
work
I
on
think there's another map coming out soon.
yeah, there is because they're gonna
Yeah.
have. Well, I know they have a new game mode. It's 20-player game mode, so it's a lot quicker. I think PUBG's doing the same thing where they're gonna have a small island now, where it's it's just gonna be really fast-paced.
And now, just to segue in, speaking of free-to-play things, and I was talking about, for some reason, did you call it Syracuse?
No, I said Sea of Thieves.
I thought you said Syracuse.
No, I thought you were making a funny joke.
No, I was really
Go
confused.
Cuse, go
I was
Orange.
so confused. So now this is a segue into the beta that had a rough start of Sea of Thieves. It's a game made by Rare, a company that was and it still is in some ways so beloved by fans because of Banjo-Kazooie and all the other games that they made,
Cameo.
GoldenEye. Yeah. Come on. And so this should be a really exciting game. Here are my quick comments on it because this is what I've seen. I've been keeping up with it a little bit. It kind of looks like a more colorful version of the online Pirates of the Caribbean game.
Oh my god.
When I heard it was made by Rare, I was a little disappointed because I thought it didn't look
Like a Rare game.
It didn't look like a Rare game. Everything looked kind of weird about it, and I wasn't really sure what the purpose of the game. It kind of looked like that one Icarus game where you it's online, you control a blimp and shoot, but with ships. And I'm personally not into those type of games, and so with the kind of weird. The art style is cool. I like where they're going with it, but I just was And the fact that it was made by Rare, and it already seems like my expectations are kind of low for it. So I don't know what you guys are thinking about it. Those are my thoughts.
I've actually I maybe have played the most out of it because I played the first beta that they came out with. I was actually able to get in, and my friends couldn't get in because they started having issues.
Yeah.
But I probably played about
We're
2
bad.
hours. I probably played about 2 hours of it. It's fun. I don't know. My issue that I'm seeing is the objective is you go get treasure and you bring it back. You
That's the
get
pirate
money
game.
and you get more you get new missions to get new treasure. So outside of that, I don't know how much there is to it. I know that what looks interesting is you're going to do fights with other ships, so it's going to be obviously other players in the world
Assassin's
with
Creed
you.
Black Flag.
Right, but yeah,
Pirates of the
online.
Caribbean online.
So there's going to be people in it.
Black Flag.
You get to drink your drink. You get to play the little shanty music. You all if you all do it at the same time, you all sync together. It was a grand
You
old
just
time.
strum the Xbox
I'm
One
sorry,
controller.
I'm sorry, but you're not selling this
I
game.
it's
You're not
something-
selling this game to
I
me.
played it alone with three
I'm
other
sorry.
random people, and it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
It's just I feel like I get bored of it, like you
Yeah.
said. Also, I just get bored of the online games
Right.
anyway. So
Nathan, thoughts?
No, I was not, privileged enough to get in the first beta. And
You didn't have the movie.
but I did play the open beta, which I played it because I tried playing with friends and I tried playing with strangers, and the servers were just not loading. It would just say stuff like trying to scavenge a crew, and you would just sit in the loading screen for half an hour. We sat there hoping that
There's
eventually
a lot
it
of
would
ocean,
load.
Nathan.
I'm sorry.
They got scanned all of it.
And we just weren't able to do it, so I was like, okay, let me see if it's this particular, if it's the online or is it the whole game. And I was able to play solo and get in immediately, but I was extremely bored soon in the game. So I think, again, it has a lot of potential, but somehow I just felt like Microsoft, when they got involved with this, something just wasn't right because the servers were not working at all.
I feel like the biggest thing is, even if this game is garbage, what they've done with the Game Pass and Xbox Game Pass, you pay $10 a month, get access to all their games, including the new ones that they have from the Microsoft Studios on day one. That small barrier to entry, like we were talking about with Fortnite, and like we were talking about with other games, because you have that small barrier to entry, a lot of people are going to play it. I think, I'm pretty sure I'm playing it and reviewing it for Spinnaker. I'm going to get in there, $10. I don't have to pay the full $60 price. There's going to be millions of more people online to do that. Hopefully that allows them to, one, get a stress test so that this doesn't happen again in terms of the servers. But I think even if it ends up being a mediocre game, we're going to have, I think it's a good first step for Microsoft in the future to at least learn from their mistakes. I don't want to see Rare go down in a pirate ship.
I don't know how many people were actually trying to play the game during the open beta, but I mean they were addressing the server issues through Twitter, like they were saying they recognized it, blah, blah, blah. But at one point it was so bad that they had to say, hey, the servers are full now. Like if you haven't played yet, you're not going to be able to play because it's like our servers are too maxed out.
Wow.
So the fact that if there were either there were that many or their servers are not good enough to hold a certain amount of people, because if your servers are maxed out, then that was like, wow. That's,
Well, let's hope Microsoft doesn't have to. Whoa! Let's hope Microsoft doesn't have to walk the plank when Sea of Thieves comes out. But I really treasured this episode, guys.
EA, fix your game. Side note.
Anyway, this has been episode
MTV.
58 of Birds of Play with the worst camera shots I've ever
That
seen.
shot looked like
Thieves. All right, I'm Logan Anstead. If John wants to unzoom the camera, that's Ryan Tarones. That's Nathan Dean. That's Jackie Boy Jack
speak
Palefko.
for myself.
This has been episode 58. We'll see you next time.
bring
on Birds
Wigglytuff,
of Play.
Nintendo.
Happy spring break.
Nintendo's definitely watching.
Wigglytuff.
John, I swear to God, you're zooming on this camera again. I swear to God, John, what are you doing? Get this out of here. Get it out.
Springer.
See, Nintendo's like, what if we made?
Jerry Springer.
They added
What if they made Pokken into Smash?
I want to die.
Put Pokemon. You can't tell me that there's like, there's too many Pokemon. Man, they made.